Architectural Builders Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
That I need to get replaced, that we're just getting rotted out on the bottom. And the building is about 14 years old, but the problem I'm having is trying to get the hinge locations and the door latch assembly where I need it to be off your website. Has Amwell changed their doors in the last 10 years or so?
No, definitely not. But Amwell, like all other manufacturers, could put hinge and lock locations anywhere. They have a standard, but that doesn't mean that's where yours are. And in fact, of all of the manufacturers I've dealt with, Amwell is the one most commonly seen with, like, where do they come up with that? And it's because the customer says, I want 100 doors, but I want you to put them at these weird locations so that in a decade, when the guy needs a new door, he's got to come back to me, he thinks.
Right, okay. Okay. What's can you guys order doors like that? Or because the problem I got is the hinge location, it's a 307 door. And I've got hinge locations like 1 3/4 or 7 3/4, 39 5/8, 71 5/8. But my center from the top of the door to my latch assembly to the center of the hole, the center of the Morse, is 41 7/8.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, bastard locations. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
Not thoroughly unusual.
Okay. So can you guys order doors like that, or do I have to try to find somebody else, or which is my best route there?
Yes to the former.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll keep checking then. So.
Yes to the former. I can order doors like that, and my name is Richard.
Okay. So what would you need from me, Richard? I mean, and I guess I'd need to get some type of pricing on something like that.
Well, to order a door, I would need all the physical dimensions of the door that you need. It's not really going to affect the price because it's custom. How many doors do you need?
Well, I'm looking at minimum 3, possibly 5.
Okay, so you're realistically going to be about $750 per door for a custom-made door, plus freight to wherever that's going to. So that's, whether it's 7 3/4 or 7 3/8, it ain't going to matter. Okay.
Well, let me think what I'm going to do here. And I got one of these doors. Somebody had them in stock like 5 years ago. And you think I could find that email or anything where I got that door from is beyond me. And I was trying to figure out where the heck it is, and I can't figure it out. But let me do some more checking, and if I need anything, I could just send you guys an email at that sales, and then I can send you some dimensions, and we can move forward from there.
Sure. Before you go, where's the lock located? Do you have any idea of where that is?
The lock is located at 41 7/8 from the top to the center.
And what type of lock is it?
It's just a standard, standard, what am I trying to say? It's not a deadbolt. It's just a regular standard Schlag lock on
lever.
there.
Yeah, okay. Yep. So what you could do is you could buy far less expensive doors, and you can use half surface hinges or a continuous geared aluminum hinge and slap that on there. You don't care where the hinges are because it doesn't matter. The issue, though, for you is that lock is in a really bad location because it ought to be about 43 9/16, something in that range. So if you can look at that jam and say to yourself, well, shoot, I can figure out how to get a strike applied there, cutting it and welding it or surface mounting it even. So that's an approach that you might consider, even with the negative the fact that you'll have to deal with that strike plate because you're going to be off 2 1/2 inch almost, 2 3/8 actually. Right. And if you used a strike with a giant hole in it, you're still going to be too far. You're going to come right to the bottom of that, or right to the top, actually, in your application of where that would be. Nope.
What about
would be to the
what
bottom.
about if I drilled it? What if I got a bare door and drilled it out?
You could definitely get a door without a lock prep. You could then drill a 2 1/8 inch hole exactly on the center line that you need. The question becomes is how are you going to prep for the latch bolt?
Right.
If you have the ability to weld, then you possess the skills to do this. speaking from that perspective. But, you know, you've got to practically solve that problem. If you were to get a door with a mortise pocket cutout only, I could sell you some conversion plates that will bolt in there. The problem is the center line's going to be off, so you're going to have to cut, weld to get you the spacing that you need. And that can be done. You can make that happen, but you're going to, you know, if you cannot weld and have to hire someone, then you've got to think it's not going to be worth it.
No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about the welding side of it. I'm just trying to figure out what's going to be the most cost-effective, and you know, instead of having to reinvent the wheel just to make these things work. I like I said, the worst part about it is I know I ordered one of these doors before because we had added a door to the building, and I got to look at some more doors because I'm trying to look at the numbers on it because they don't have they have a fire rating on it, but it's all stamped on. It's not an actual label, so I'm trying to figure out exactly which ones are where, when, and why type of thing, you know. So
that label won't help you determine where it came from. That will have information on it that ties it back to the testing laboratory and doesn't tie it back to the distributor. And who's to say that when you bought that 5 years ago, it wasn't a custom order? Because Amweld's been out of business for over a decade, so it wasn't an Amweld door.
Well, that could be. Okay. Okay, well, I will keep checking. I'm sorry.
Can you actually weld? Because I can speak to you. Okay, so I can speak to you directly on what you would do to make that work. I can weld. I've been in a shop setting for 3 decades. So if you chose to make this work, we could hold hands and walk through the process together to do it.
So are the hinge locations that are current on the door, are those recessed? So because I don't have a lot of room, because right now the doors, I guess the door is surface mounted. Let me go back and look at one of those. But the hinges are surface mounted on the door, but they're not. Let me go look. I don't remember. I've looked at them so many times now my head's spinning. We're in a dog kennel here, so if you're barking, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, because both the door and the jamb, the hinge are they're recessed into the jamb and the door.
Sure. So what's going to happen is this hinge I discussed, it's not going to mount to that area because it won't line up. You would be mounting it to the face of the door and through bolting it through the door.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, let me do some checking on my end and see what else. Maybe I could try to figure out this other door that we had gotten to see what that's all about, and then I'll kind of go from there, and if anything, I'll give you a call back to Richard. So.
Awesome, sir. Well, thank you very much.
Yep, thanks for calling. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.